Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that has always interested me, but in the last couple of years, actually the last decade, with globalization and the internet and all of these cultures kind of injecting their personalities, their customs into this huge melting pot of style we call fashion, I feel that dressing modestly has become kind of the word du jour. And just like with beauty, just like with elegance, I think modesty can mean different things to different people. It can go from just not wanting to show too much skin for aesthetic reasons, which is basically kind of my lane, all the way to covering yourself up for religious customs or cultural norms. But no matter the reason, I think we can all benefit from not resorting to nudity to feel and look our best. So today I'm going to share with you a few tips and tricks on how to dress modestly while still looking ultra chic. Beginning with the basics, I think this is a step you have to take no matter how you're dressing, either modestly or not, which is defining your style. How do you want to look? What aesthetic do you want to create? You want something more romantic, something more feminine, maybe something a little bit more contemporary, modern. You have to have that idea in your head because that will guide your choices of clothing. And something else when we're speaking of modesty that you have to take into consideration is how much are you willing or how much can you show of skin. For instance, I don't mind showing a little bit of leg, a little bit of décolletage. The only thing is I don't like doing it all at the same time and it has to look tasteful. But for you, that can mean covering your head, it can mean covering your arms, your legs. You need those guidelines to know not only what you cannot wear, but also what is the wiggle room, how much space do you have to be creative. Then once you have that look in mind, you're going to do some style stalking. Sounds creepier than it actually is, but basically what you're going to do is find women that have iconic styles that dress similarly to what you would like to dress and who respect those same guidelines. For instance, I have done videos talking about my favorite influencers. Mary Orton and Stacy Flinner are, I think, very elegant, very stylish, but still manage to be a little bit more covered, which is a rarity right now. But I have also done videos on Kate Middleton, on the style of Princess Diana. Just have those women in mind because they have the stylists, they have the budget for the huge wardrobes, but you have the ability to steal their ideas. So keep an eye out for them. Some other women that I really admire and that dress a little bit more conservatively, Aishwarya Rai. I love Sheikha Motza from Qatar. She is fabulous. Queen Rania from Jordan, Queen Letizia from Spain, and I am completely obsessed, you guys know that, with 40s, 50s, and 60s starlets. Women who used to be style icons at that time used to dress more modestly. So you already have a sort of eternal, evergreen fashion sense that still looks beautiful today, but it's not exposing too much. Now for a few tips and tricks on how to look a little bit more stylish, a little bit more interesting when you're dressing modestly. I know that when you think modesty, when we think more discreet, we think maybe sister wives, nun territory. Nothing against nuns, they're lovely, love the nuns, but they're not really fashion icons, are they? We want to spice things up a little bit. Beginning with color and print. Color and print is the easiest way to turn a very simple, very covered piece into a standout look. I've shown you guys this dress before, but this is a cos dress. It is quite covered. It covers most of my legs, covers one of my arms, but it could have another sleeve and it wouldn't matter because the color is so stunning that it ends up making you look radiant, vibrant, extremely stylish with no effort. Same thing applies to this skirt. I've shown you this recently. I think it's still available. If it is, I'll link it down below. Basic, hits around my ankles, but the print is gorgeous. It will liven you up. It will look like a fashion statement. It's simple. It's a really easy way to add personality to your wardrobe. However, If you're not a fan of bright colors, maybe they seem a little bit intimidating for you, you have to go for shape and for texture. If you play around with these elements in a more neutral color palette, you will get a very modern, very luxurious pared down result. And I think you can go either way. You can go either more kind of modern, contemporary, minimalistic, a little bit androgynous, which is something we have been seeing a lot of with the row, with totem, that sort of 90s aesthetic that is not so close to the body. It has very clean lines but perfectly cut clothes. You have the different symmetries and the different proportions. A good example of that would be this little number from COS. It is a draped effect top, very minimal, very clean cut, very easy, covers most of your chest. Your arms would be bare, but if this had sleeves, I think it would look beautiful just the same. But the fact that it has the draping, the fact that it fits really well, will add interest without having to show skin. Oversized blazers would fall into this category. Palazzo pants would fall into this category. Beautifully cut shirts. You can achieve a very cool, very Instagram worthy look without exposing too much. And you can also go the other route, which is my favorite, a more classic, more feminine, more sophisticated look. That means going for more feminine silhouettes that will shape your body in a sense without being too in your face. We're talking about cinched in waists, maybe A-line skirts, perhaps a different kind of neckline, something that will elongate you, that will sort of show your curves a little bit. Something like a shirt dress works really well. You can cinch it in with a belt. An A-line midi skirt that will hit around your calves, so you get that longer length, but the fact that it is A-line will give you that more harmonious shape and figure. Also add some movement to catch the eye. And same thing goes for texture. So if you don't have that boost coming from color, you can add it by the surface of your fabrics. Pleats, draping, different types of stitching, maybe a fabric that is a little bit more three-dimensional, like a lace or a brocade or a tweed, perhaps a more architectural, kind of sculptural cut to your clothes. It's just something that will draw attention and keep it from looking generic. And last tip, and this is my favorite, of course, which is accessorizing. You guys know how I feel about accessories. I talk about it in every video, basically, but it's just that finishing touch, that pièce de résistance, the cherry on top of the sundae to make your looks unique. For instance, I am wearing these fabulous earrings from Parfois. You can see that I am pretty covered. I have my hair back, nothing major, but just by the addition of fabulous earrings, you get a completely different stylish result. This could be adding belts, this could be playing around with scarves, adding a turban to your head, it could be some fabulous sunglasses, beautiful designer bags and shoes, whatever your heart desires, but just that detail that makes it yours and will complement what you're wearing, making it a little bit more styled, a little bit more considerate and constructed. And this is also a great moment to consider the details on your garments. So not only accessories, but what colors are the buttons on your little jacket? Do you have a stitching in a contrast color? Maybe the addition of feathers, of sequins, of fringes, maybe some embroidery. I mean, I think when we're dressing modestly and when we have that idea of what we can and cannot wear, we have to be a little bit bolder in our choices, because fashion is supposed to be fun. Fashion is supposed to make us feel better about ourselves. It's supposed to make the world more beautiful. So even if you're trying to be a little bit more discreet, if you're trying to be a little more pared down, a little bit more conservative, try and dare a little bit. Try and be a little bit bolder in your choices wherever you can, and the final result will be ultra chic. This is it, everyone. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you dress a little bit more modestly, let us know down below what are some of the pieces that help you achieve a more glamorous, more fashionable look. We'd love to hear it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye bye.